let me begin with declaring a class. I'm going to call my class GVSU read only iterator. Okay? So you know how to declare a class, and as I said before, this will be like an inner class. I'm writing this class inside my vector. So just to give you the context here, my vector class is up there. So now I'm going to use my inner class GVSU read only iterator, right? That's just a name. Okay? Now, every time I see the Z pointer, I'm going to replace that with, so here, because begin must return an iterator. So now I need to return an object. Okay? And let me replace the other one there, read only iterator, GVSU read only iterator. Okay? Yeah, I have the other begin. I didn't replace that. Well, for this one, this is not going to be read only, right? Because this is like non-const. Okay? So let me create the second class. So the second class is called class GVSU iterator. And of course, now I'm going to replace that with GVSU iterator. And then I replace the other one with GVSU iterator. Okay? Now, as soon as I do that, then my code will fail to run, will fail to compile. Okay? A lot of error in here because the problem is, first, I cannot compare. I cannot compare two iterators because now I'm trying to compare two objects. And I don't have the object overloaded for the operator not equal, right? And I'm trying to do plus plus. Remember now, my iterator is my object, my GVSU iterator object. Okay? So I'm missing comparator, I'm missing comparison operator, and I'm missing the plus plus. As well as I'm missing the dereference. Okay? Question? Yes?
Why do you have two begin functions in your other class?
Why do I have two begin function?
Yeah, one's a const and one's
Yes, yeah. One is read only, the other one is read write. Yeah. Yeah, because you may want to use your array in two different ways, right? At some point you want to use the array for read only. Yeah. So now how do I make it work? I need to do something with return. The return is not correct. I cannot return data because now we know that the return type is the GVSU iterator. So what I had before, my original declaration looks like that. Right? So now that means what I need to do is I'm going to use my class GVSU read only iterator or GVSU iterator to encapsulate a pointer to Z. Okay? Because that's what I need. That's what I need to return eventually. So then I'm going to declare a private let me call it current. Question so far? Because eventually what I need to do is I need to be able to return the address of the current element. Right? So I'm just transitioning from non-class design to a class design here. Okay? Now, in order to make the return statement work, I need to return an object of type GVSU iterator, right? So then I need to do something like this. GVSU iterator. Okay? Remember this is something similar to what you did in your rational number. Your add function must return a rational number. We just say return rational number. Okay? I just want to return an object, GVSU iterator, right? Same thing with the other one. So I have to return a GVSU iterator object. Okay? Thank you. Well, we do have a problem here. Because initially, we say return data before. That's the original code. So now, how do we use that return data and data plus the size? What can we do here? We need to be able to return a different value, right? So currently we don't have that mechanism. Begin will return an object and will return the same object. So what you want to see is the object should return a different information. Okay? Now, that's why I'm using my private variable current, okay? Current here. The intention is I want to be able to pass a value from outside into my object. Because my iterator must know where is the current element. So that's why I'm using my current to keep track of where you are currently. Okay? So now when I instantiate the iterator, basically I need to say, hey, iterator, I'm going to create you as a new object, but I want you to start here. Hey, iterator, I'm going to create a new object. I want you to start there. Okay? See the point here? So now, one way that we can solve that problem is to create a constructor, right? So you know how to create a constructor. Okay? So now this is a constructor for this class. That takes an initial location. And I will copy that to current. Question so far? Misspell my constructor name. GFSU iterator. Okay? So now when I instantiate my object, now I'm going to pass that. Hey iterator, I want you to start from data. Okay? And same thing here. Hey iterator, I want you to start from that location. Question so far? Yes, Alex.
Wouldn't this, like, with the implementation of this, it might be like inefficient as far as memory goes? Like, you're making one iterator thing just for a comparison and it goes away for nothing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of inefficient, but you may get the benefit of using the same concept for other data structures. Okay? I know this for this one is in why do you have to encapsulate a pointer to a class that will give you the overhead of passing parameter and blah blah blah. I agree with you. Okay? Okay, so now we know how to pass in the location, right? So when we create the object iterator, I want you to start here. The other iterator, I want you to start on the other side. Okay? So now that is taken care of. Okay? Now, we take care of that error, right? Now we need to take care of the not equal. Okay? What are we doing here? We are comparing an iterator with another iterator, right? That means I need to overload the not equal operator. Okay? And I have to do that for my read only. So I have my class. What is missing here? Let me just recompile. Yep, that one is disappeared. This is a matter of recompiling. Okay. So now I need to do like an operator overloading, which is a chance for me to compare one iterator with another iterator, right? So I want to, on my right-hand side, I want to compare a GVSU iterator object. And you know, like the operator not equal will return a Boolean, right? Okay? Question about what I'm doing here? Yes,
What do you
Joshua.
want to do that inside the read-only iterator?
Currently, you're right. Nope. For this loop, I have to use like a read-write iterator because I'm trying to update,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but we have to do it for both.
Oh, okay.
You have to do it for both, eventually, okay? And what do you do in here? What do you compare now? How do you know that the two iterator objects are equal or not equal?
Current and object.
Current, right? You just need to compare current, right? Then return this current is not equal to the right-hand side current. That's what I need to do, just to compare, because I'm comparing just address, memory address.
That's right.
You have to write currents.
This.
Current, yep, thank you. Okay, so if I compile, then that works. Now I need to overload plus plus, right? Okay, so and then again, what I need to do is I need to write operator overloading, operator plus plus, and what I do inside. Current plus plus, exactly. What type of method? Operator plus plus. Void. Okay?
Now, wouldn't it return the iterator because when you use plus plus it returns?
Yes. Yes. If you want to change your plus plus with other operator, I agree with you.
Okay.
Okay? So that's actually a better design. So then I'm going to return a reference to the current to this. That will be a better design instead of using void. Okay, that will let you to change your plus plus with something else. Make sense? Yes.
Will this plus plus, will it change functionality depending on if it's before or after the object?
Yeah. You know the two types of plus plus, prefix and postfix. Currently, I'm overloading the prefix. Okay, this is only for the prefix. This is like prefix plus plus. For postfix plus plus, you need to do the same. Okay, and the only difference is you just say int there. Unused parameter. Okay, so now that the second plus plus is now a postfix plus plus. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Yeah.
You said
Listen.
you wanted to have a return type if you chained it. What would you chain it?
What do I chain it to? So let's say, because in C++ it is possible to do something like this. I want to increment the pointer and then I want to dereference to get the object. Or even you can do like that, right? You do plus plus, you get an iterator that you plus plus again. You plus plus using prefix and then you plus plus again using postfix. So that's what I mean by chaining. Yes?
You need to change the code of the postfix?
Nope. The body of the two is the same. The only difference is just the signature. Okay? So the compiler will know that this is the behavior of the postfix plus plus, and this will be the behavior of the prefix plus plus. So we don't have to change the code. Okay? Unless if your intention is to make the behavior different. Yeah, but in our case, either way you use postfix plus plus or prefix plus plus, you want to advance the pointer to the next element. The alternative implementation of postfix plus plus is to return the old value before it is incremented. So in that case, we need to declare a local copy and keep the current object in there. And at the end, instead of returning the current object, I want to return the old copy. But because I'm returning a local copy, then I cannot use return by reference anymore. Then I need to change that to return by value. Question? Yes?
Why do you want to return a reference to the object instead of just doing void?
Because otherwise you're not going to be able to do this kind of statement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because if you return void, right? if that expression returns void, then it cannot do plus plus on void. Yeah. Okay, good. So I need to fix that error, right? I need to fix that error. Because now, tell me what to do. What do I need to overload? Operator? The error is not on plus equal, but the error is on dereference. Okay? Why? Because I have an object here. My object is an iterator object, right? I'm trying to do star on my object. So I'm trying to do dereference on that pointer. Okay, so the error is not from there. Because the plus equal is just adding a float to another float. So the right hand side is float, left hand side is float. Okay? But what I need to do here is the left hand side must return a float. So when you do star on your iterator, it must return a float. Okay? So then the return type is what? Z. And what do I return? Star current. Okay, everything will compile now. Yes. What is missing? Expression is not assignable. Oh yeah, I want to use a reference, not value. Yep. There we go. Okay, we have to return a reference. We don't want to return a copy. We want to return an alias of the data in our array, right? Okay, so it works. Yes,
How
Carlos.
does it differentiate from the multiplication operator?
Okay, multiplication is a binary operation. So multiplication will take another parameter here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's multiplication. Okay, so without a parameter, this is like the reference.
Okay.
Yeah, good question. Okay, any question about this? So once you know how to overload the first one, completing the second class is basically the same, right? The only difference is this is a read-only. This is a read-only iterator. So then, when you return the value there, let me copy. Okay, when you return the value there, you want to force it to const. Exactly. Everything else is the same. Okay, because the intention is this is read-only iterator. So returning star should return a const object. Question? Yes?
If you're turning the regular read-write iterator into the read-only iterator, would you have to copy everything and then paste it into the new one?
That's the simple way,
Okay.
but another technique is to subclass.
Okay.
Okay? So you know how to write a subclass. So inherit, maybe I didn't talk about inheritance yet in C++, but I'm not going to talk about it now.
Okay.
Okay? But basically, you know the framework, and that's the important part for me is understanding how to write the operator overloading
Okay.
for my iterator. Okay? Question? Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename my class. I'm not going to call it GVSU iterator. I'm going to call it just iterator. So iterator is just not a keyword. I just want to point that out. Iterator is just a class name, right? Okay, and everything will compile without any problem. Okay, good.